Okay, we are back. It is 25 past the hour, and you are on the Ken and Ken show here with the Deuce, the Scotzo, the Dork, and, of course, Gabe Brendan, who is our intern and is obviously not getting paid. So on the phone is we have a reporter from the liberal media.
We hear all sides.
Because we are more fair and balanced than just about any of the things on the left. This is something, if you're a liberal, you're watching this, you would never see this happen on your show. Here is Ryan Grimm from The Intercepted. Ryan Grimm, welcome to the program.
Gentlemen.
Ryan, let me ask you a question. Do you guys at The Intercept, you have like shows, right?
Yeah, we got a couple podcasts. One
right.
by Jeremy Scahill, another by Mehdi Hassan.
Don't know those guys. Obviously, you're trying to do your best with providing, enough, for minority representation. Good for that. But I don't remember getting an invite on that. But we don't
get.
Yeah.
Mehdi Hassan was the affirmative action hire from Britain. And he doesn't talk to conservatives.
Oh, that's good. So you get, he doesn't have, he's from a different country and also has a name that is not American.
Thanks for the affirmative action. Now I'll ignore American viewpoints on my American show.
Whatever.
He talks almost exclusively to Trump people, actually.
Oh,
and
wow,
they foolishly continue coming on his shows.
See, okay, here's one of the problems with people like you, okay? With all, look, I'm just trying to be fair. You immediately go to an ad hominem attack by saying that they're foolish. Like, you think it's foolish? Let me ask you this then. Do you think it's foolish to have a fair exchange of ideas?
What I mean is that they make fools of themselves when they attempt to have an exchange of ideas.
I see. So you're changing your story.
No, I'm just trying to clarify it for you, Ken.
Oh, I see. Okay. My name is the Deuce. It's the Ken and Ken show.
My apologies.
Now,
gotcha.
KKK.
Ryan Grimm. Listen, okay, so you like to change your stories around. Let me ask you about this one that I know you've been writing quite a bit about. How come you are covering so adamantly for Hunter Biden? We just saw a report on Fox News from Donald Trump Jr. that Hunter Biden got $1.5 billion from the Chinese. How many articles have you written about that?
Well, it's not exactly true, but I have written a few about Hunter Biden.
Oh, you have written a few about Hunter Biden getting $1.5 billion from the Chinese.
I did report on the Chinese and funding of this investment fund that he got into. Actually, I am surprised that you guys didn't see it because the New York Post, of all places, ran a version of it. And that's kind of your hometown paper, right?
Oh, so you admit that Hunter Biden is really the culprit in all of this?
He's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys want to say that the children of powerful politicians should not be using their parents' names to profit.
So this is how they twist it.
Straw man.
This is how they twist it. So you
man.
have someone like Eric Trump, who obviously understands business, working hard. That's a disadvantage. If anything, he's at a disadvantage because of his father's name. And according to Ryan and other socialists, he shouldn't be allowed to work.
Well, let me ask you this, Ryan. How many jobs has Hunter Biden ever created?
Oh, good question.
Right. I mean,
Hunter Biden,
I can give you the answer because since you've done so much reporting on him, you would probably know zero jobs. Do you know how many jobs the Trump organization has made?
Well, Biden started a lobbying firm while his father was a senator. The lobbying firm certainly hired a significant number of people.
What, like 5 or 6 people?
His lobbying firm also got a lot of earmarks for clients while his father was serving as a senator. University of Delaware, for instance, got tens of millions of dollars and paid Biden's firm, millions for that.
So you agree that there is a higher education Democratic industrial complex that is trying to keep conservatives out. Is that what you're saying?
No, that wasn't exactly the point.
Did you just not say that the University of Maryland got $10 million to keep Ben Shapiro from speaking there?
That's not what I said. University of Delaware was a client of Hunter Biden's law firm while Joe Biden.
So they funneled money overseas to keep Ben Shapiro from speaking in Delaware.
Total straw man, too, I noticed.
The C would be the Chesapeake Bay. So, yes, they funneled it from Washington over the Chesapeake Bay to the University of Delaware.
This is what you guys. Why are you so hateful?
So Ryan Grimm, let me ask you this.
I don't think Ben Shapiro was born at that time.
Oh, whatever. Look, you have such problems with Hunter Biden, then you must obviously agree that this is all a fake sham impeachment, correct?
So you have to be able to hold two thoughts in your head at the same time. So you have to be able to say what Hunter Biden, what Joe Biden did. There's something wrong there. Like this is a corrupt, corrupting influence on our politics here. Joe
I agree.
Biden,
therefore,
for decades,
the impeachment is a sham.
So you would, in order to believe that Trump had the legitimate concerns of the United States in his mind when he was withholding money from the Ukraine in order to pressure the Ukrainian president into making a statement on CNN that he was going to investigate. Not investigate. I don't think he cared whether he investigated. He just wanted him to say on CNN that he was investigating. You'd have to believe that President Trump, is a foe of corruption around the globe and also a foe of nepotism. That these are things that he has sought to root out with his presidency. You'd have to try to find another example of him caring about corruption anywhere in the world.
Wait a second.
Hold
on.
Her up.
Now, Ryan, do you hear what you're saying?
Oh, that's true. That's true. He did want to lock up Hillary Clinton as well. Okay.
Of course.
You do have
first off,
instances.
Not just did he want to lock up Hillary Clinton, he also wanted to get to the bottom of the scandal around Obama not being a citizen. 2 instances.
Yeah.
But did you hear what you just said to me before that? You said
no, I did not.
Donald Trump comes out and demands anti-corruption stuff from Ukraine. But I need proof that he's interested in anti-corruption stuff. That's like saying I spoke to you on the telephone, but I need proof that you are on the telephone.
So a lot of the witnesses who are coming forward from the National Security Council
worked
CIA,
with the Democrats. Susan Rice, it's all there. Peter Strzokar, his girlfriend, all of them.
So what he's going to say is,
right,
because the deep state Democrats said it, you should just repeat it.
Well, when are we going to hear from Valerie Jarrett? Is she going to come up and tell us how Donald Trump should be impeached?
So far, it's mostly people who worked for Trump who are testifying. Some of them have been barred from testifying, and they've been said just quit and testified anyway.
Then how come we don't know who they are?
So wait a second. So you're saying they're disaffected?
Because you don't read the newspaper.
They're disaffected employees are testifying against him.
I suppose they are disaffected at this point.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay, so
they claim to have witnessed the crime.
So Donald Trump said, "We're draining the swamp. You need to work harder. You need to make America great again." They said, "No, I want to be corrupt. I want to use government money for a sex change operation." He fired them. Now they're disaffected. Now they want to destroy him. You repeat what they say. All their lies.
Ryan Grimm from the Liberal Intercept. I have a question for you. Was Joe Biden impeached?
Joe Biden as vice president?
Correct.
No, I don't think he ever was.
No, I think we are in agreement about that. Now, did you just not tell me that there was a quid pro quo with his son, Hunter Biden?
So there's no evidence that there is a quid pro quo, but for the offspring of a powerful politician to be using his name to extract cash from corrupt companies overseas, it's just wrong.
Right.
Like, it just shouldn't.
Is
it
there
shouldn't
any
be done,
evidence
Joe Biden should have
that
stopped
Donald
it.
Trump Jr. did that?
Donald Trump Jr.?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Trump organization broadly is it's a global money laundering scheme.
Why do you keep changing the question? I said, is there any evidence that Donald Trump Jr. did that?
The evidence that Donald Trump Jr. has used his last name in order to profit is the fact that he has any money whatsoever. Have you seen this guy try to speak in coherent sentences?
Yeah, I have actually, and I've seen him do it at many Turning Points USA events.
Right. So you can imagine how surprising it would be to somebody who came into contact with a person like Donald Trump Jr. and then learned that he was wealthy. You would wonder what kind of merit had led to that accumulation of wealth. And then when you were told, oh, well, his father inherited a lot of money from his father, and
I've never seen anybody who really just spouts fake talking points better than you. Let me ask you this question, Ryan.
Appreciate that.
Since you are so in love with all the so-called squad, basically the coalition of the I Hate America caucus in the Democratic Party.
Right. The hateful four.
What did you think about this? Let's pull up this clip from your God, your Messiah, Barack Obama, basically telling people like you that maybe you should be a little bit less woke and a little bit more about freedom of speech. Here it is.
And you're never going to, this idea of purity, and you're never compromised, and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities. People who do really good stuff have flaws. People who you are fighting may love their kids and, share certain things with you. And I think that one danger I see among young people, particularly on college campuses, Malia and I talk about this. Yara goes to school with my daughter. But I do get a sense sometimes now among certain young people, and this is accelerated by social media, there is this sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people. And that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself.
We get it, all right? It's impossible to listen to this guy without a teleprompter because he just stutters and this and that. But how is it that Barack Obama learned this in Kenya and you can't even learn it in Washington, D.C.?
That was a pretty classic Obama riff. And I guess we can thank him for another lecture. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh, so you are basically saying that like the polarizer in chief is not polarizing enough, and you want to polarize even more.
Yeah, we might as well. I mean, I'm sure there are a handful of people there who are a little bit obnoxious or unrealistic in their way that they present their views on Twitter. But I don't see how that necessarily needs to be the thing that the former president of the United States needs to take on.
Do you see what these guys are like? So Barack Obama, Muslim-trained president terrorist, tiptoes an inch off of the Democratic Party plantation.
Yep.
And now liberal lying and I'm sorry, Ryan, I consider you a friend, liberal, lying, dishonest, unpatriotic Ryan Grimm attacks him personally.
It's pretty amazing. It's just like, I think one of the things that's clear that's happening out there, Ryan, and I think maybe you can't see it because you're so caught up in your fake news, is that everybody is on board this. It is now Barack Obama is a member of the IDW now, which is the intellectual dark web, because you're not allowed to say what he said in that environment. That's why you're attacking him so viciously, right?
I guess so. So Barack Obama is going to be canceled, right?
Well, I mean, you're the one who's attacking him, basically saying he doesn't have a right to say that.
Look, Barack Obama can say whatever he wants.
Now
I think
you're
people get
backing
a little
off.
tired of
Do
the
you
lecture.
change your story like this all the time? Gay guy says what?
Barack Obama, the last time he was out publicly speaking, he was taking credit for the surge in fossil fuel production in the United States under his leadership. So, maybe he's not the one that should be giving it.
Well,
advice
maybe he has to
people
change
on.
the subject because Donald Trump had to get rid of ISIS. So, anyways,
But wait, though. Serious question, though, on ISIS, which Donald Trump destroyed, and I'm sure Ryan has never thanked him on. Ryan, you're gay. Those people hate you. Why don't you support President Trump in defeating them?
I mean, I oppose ISIS and ICE for that matter.
So, in other words,
wow.
you try and create a straw man, right? So you're making a moral equivalence between a organization that is dedicated to killing your whole family and chopping off their heads and law enforcement agencies in this country. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I'd abolish both of them. I'm not saying that they're equivalent.
Oh, but you brought them up at the same time, right? Okay.
There you
well,
go.
This has been great. It is always good to expose our audience to the hypocrisy, fake news, total straw man, ad hominem arguments, not from logic, that folks like you present. So thank you for coming on.
You argue from emotion,
My
but you have
pleasure.
the last word.
Yeah, you can have the last word if you want, because I know how emotional you on the left get if you don't. So you have the last word. Why are you so angry?
Oh no, I'm good. You guys can take it away.
Oh, wow. Look, the kid wants to take his ball and go home.
Right, exactly.
Ryan Grimm.
So typical. So typical. We give you an opportunity to speak, and you just think you're so great because you East Coast elite. So enjoy your coast.
Beta.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
That guy, really unbelievable.
Yeah. I hope he enjoys the coffee shop to recover.
This is pretty
But you see how
serious.
sensitive they are to just one exchange of ideas.
It's unbelievable. Part of the fake news. Speaking of which, on the fake news,